Welcome back to the Senior Health Podcast, where East meets West to uncover the small daily habits that keep us walking strong, thinking clearly, and aging on our own terms. Now, if you've been following our journey, you might remember a recent episode we did on swelling in the legs and joints, and how collagen-rich foods can help restore flexibility and reduce inflammation. That episode focused on powerful animal-based sources like chicken feet, beef tendon, and egg yolks. And let's just say, we got a lot of feedback because many of you asked, what about vegetarians? What if I don't eat meat? Is there a version of this for me? Today's episode is your answer. We're diving into 5 plant-based foods that naturally support your body's collagen production and joint health, without a single bite of meat, fish, or bone broth. These are simple, accessible ingredients that fight swelling, boost flexibility, and feed the tissues that keep you moving. And as always, we're joined by someone who knows exactly how to guide us. Over 100 years old, still walking daily, still creating content with us in the studio, Japan's oldest practicing physician, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara. Doctor, welcome back.
Thank you, John. It's like I am living here. I'm very glad you brought this topic forward, because joint pain and swelling are not limited to any one diet. Whether someone eats meat or not, their body still depends on collagen, and collagen still depends on key nutrients. Fortunately, nature gives us many plant-based options that support this process beautifully. You don't need animal parts or powders to build strength. You just need to eat wisely. And after 60, that wisdom starts with circulation, inflammation, and tissue repair. Every food you eat is either helping or hurting those processes.
That's a powerful reminder, and I think it's what a lot of people need to hear. Because when you live with swelling or joint stiffness, it's easy to feel like your body is just wearing out. But what you're saying is, the body still wants to heal. We just have to give it the right tools.
Exactly. The body never gives up, unless we give up on it. So today I'll share 8 vegetarian foods that support collagen health, reduce inflammation, and nourish the tissues around your joints. Some are familiar, some may surprise you, but all of them are powerful in their own way. And yes, I've saved the best one for last.
Let's get into it. What's the first veggie food that every senior should know about?
The first food is one that's already familiar to many. Red bell peppers. When prepared correctly, they're a secret ally for collagen support. They're packed with vitamin C, which your body absolutely needs to form and maintain collagen. But it's how you eat them that matters. Raw red peppers in large amounts can irritate the gut for some seniors, especially those dealing with arthritis or reflux. But when lightly cooked, roasted, stir-fried, or simmered into soups, their benefits shine without the drawbacks. Cooking breaks down compounds that can be irritating while preserving their antioxidant power.
That's fascinating. And honestly, I'm glad you brought that up. I think many of us assume that raw always means healthier. But what you're saying is, for seniors, cooking isn't just about taste. It's about making food work with your body, not against it.
Exactly. The older we get, the more we need to think about not just what we eat, but how we prepare it. Cooking can unlock nutrients, reduce irritants, and make healing much more comfortable. They also contain capsaicin, a natural anti-inflammatory. A 2022 study in the Journal of Inflammatory Research found that seniors who regularly consumed cooked capsaicin-rich vegetables reported lower joint stiffness and improved mobility. So the takeaway is this: red peppers are a wonderful food. Just treat them with care. Cook them gently and they'll repay you with strength and comfort.
That's such an important reminder. I think we're often told to eat more vegetables, but rarely taught how preparation affects our digestion, especially as we age. And I love what you said about cooking not being a downgrade, but actually a way to activate healing. So let's keep going. What's next on your list? What's the second food that you believe every senior should be leaning on to rebuild collagen and reduce swelling?
The second food is something you might already have in your pantry: amaranth. It's an ancient grain, often forgotten in the West, but in traditional Eastern diets, it's been valued for centuries for its healing properties. What makes amaranth unique is its high content of lysine, an essential amino acid your body uses to build collagen. Most common grains, like wheat or rice, are low in lysine, but amaranth is rich in it, making it a powerful foundation for collagen repair. It's also naturally gluten-free, easy to digest, and full of anti-inflammatory compounds like squalene and peptides that help reduce swelling and protect joint tissue. I often recommend it to patients who have joint sensitivity in the knees or ankles, especially those who've struggled with modern grains. It cooks like a porridge, slightly nutty with a smoother texture. You can make it sweet with cinnamon and apple, or savory with a little miso or steamed greens. And best of all, it helps create the internal conditions your body needs to rebuild collagen from the inside out.
That's really interesting. And honestly, I don't hear many people talk about amaranth. I think a lot of our listeners are used to hearing about quinoa or oats, but this seems like a hidden gem. How often would someone need to eat it to actually feel a benefit?
Just 2 to 3 times a week can begin to shift things. It's not about massive amounts. It's about steady input. When your body receives consistent, collagen-supportive nutrition, it knows what to do with it. Think of it like watering a plant, not once with a flood, but regularly in small, steady amounts.
That's fascinating. And I have to admit, amaranth wasn't even on my radar before today. It's comforting to know there are options beyond the usual grains, especially ones that directly support collagen. And I think a lot of our listeners will appreciate how versatile and gentle it is, especially for digestion. So let's keep this going. We've covered a vegetable and a grain. What's the third food on your list that helps reduce swelling and support joint strength in a plant-based way?
The third is something deeply rooted in Japanese tradition: natto. It's a fermented soybean dish that many in the West find unusual at first, but it's one of the most powerful foods for vascular and joint health. Now, to be clear, natto doesn't contain collagen itself. No plant food does. But what it does provide is the perfect environment for your body to produce and preserve collagen on its own. It's rich in vitamin K2, which supports calcium placement in bones, not arteries, helping reduce stiffness and improve mobility. It also contains nattokinase, an enzyme that naturally supports healthy circulation, breaking down small clots and improving blood flow to the joints. Better blood flow means better nutrient delivery, and that's vital when trying to rebuild collagen. In addition, natto offers plant-based protein and unique probiotics that strengthen gut health, and that's the foundation for absorbing every other collagen-boosting nutrient. A 2021 study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that regular natto consumption improved knee joint flexibility and reduced inflammation markers in adults over 65. I always say, if you can get past the texture, natto might become your body's best friend. Just a small serving a few times a week can have lasting benefits.
That's incredibly helpful. And I think the big takeaway here is that while these foods might not contain collagen themselves, They're giving your body exactly what it needs to build and protect it. And the way you explain it, it's not about restriction, it's about restoration. That's a powerful shift for anyone trying to age with less pain and more mobility. Now, we're keeping today's list focused and practical. Just 5 powerful plant-based foods that support joints and fight swelling. And we've already heard some surprising ones. What's number 4 on your list? One that might not be on most people's radar, but probably should be.
Number 4 is seaweed, particularly varieties like wakame and hijiki, which are common in Japan. Seaweed might seem like a side dish, but it's actually a powerhouse for joint and connective tissue health. It's loaded with iodine, calcium, and magnesium, minerals that support the structural integrity of joints and improve hydration at the cellular level. More importantly, seaweed contains a rare compound called fucoidan, which has been shown to reduce inflammation and enhance collagen synthesis in skin and connective tissue. And again, no, it doesn't contain collagen directly, but it acts like a scaffolding nutrient, creating the environment your body needs to produce and protect its own. In fact, a 2022 study from the Marine Drugs Journal found that fucoidan-rich seaweed extracts significantly reduced knee joint pain and improved flexibility in adults over 60. We typically enjoy it in soups like miso or as a simple salad with vinegar and sesame. Just a few servings a week can help replenish minerals and reduce joint swelling naturally.
That's another one that feels so approachable. And it highlights something I've really come to appreciate from these conversations. Healing isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, simple, and just part of the plate. We're coming to the end of your list now, the 5th and final food. No pressure, but if you've saved the best for last, I'm all ears. What's one more vegetarian food that seniors should seriously consider if they want to feel more mobile, less inflamed, and better supported from the inside out?
Number 5 is mung beans, a small but mighty legume that's deeply rooted in both Japanese and Ayurvedic traditions. Mung beans are packed with plant-based protein and contain a unique blend of amino acids that support natural collagen production. They also contain folate, zinc, magnesium, and antioxidants, all essential for rebuilding connective tissues, reducing inflammation, and improving circulation in the legs. What makes mung beans extra special is how gentle they are on the digestive system. Unlike many legumes, they're easy to digest, especially when soaked or sprouted, which helps seniors absorb more of the nutrients without bloating or discomfort. In traditional Eastern medicine, mung beans are often used to clear heat and reduce swelling, and modern research backs this up. A 2020 study in phytomedicine found that mung bean extracts reduced inflammatory markers and improved joint mobility in older adults with mild arthritis. They're versatile too. You can turn them into soups, add them to stir-fries, or enjoy them sprouted in salads. They're one of those foods that asks very little from your body, but gives so much in return.
That's a beautiful way to round out the list. Something humble, healing, and surprisingly powerful. You've shown us that joint care doesn't start in the doctor's office. It starts in the kitchen. Dr. Hinohara, if there's one final thought you could leave us with, one sentence to tie it all together, what would you say to everyone listening right now?
Every meal is a message to your body. Make sure it says, "I'm here to heal, not just survive."
I love that. And to everyone listening, if you love this too, let us know. Leave a like, a comment, a sub, or maybe even a small donation via the link in the top comment. We are excited to see you next time.